last we gathered here, you guys had found yourselves in the town of Goodmead, where you had dealt with the Verbeegs that had stolen the honeymead from the fair citizens that was used to ship out around the whole of the Icewind Dale to keep the thirsty mouths of the citizens here wet and happy. It had been stolen by a couple of giant-like creatures more akin to ogres called Verbeegs, one named Doug and his mate. You dealt with them with the loss of a few local citizens. And after dealing with them, a refugee from the nearby town of Dugan's Hole named Markin showed up and told you that the town of Dugan's Hole nearby, which was a rival of Goodmead, which you learned was sort of an insular rural town that did not take very kindly to outsiders, had been besieged by a couple of winter wolves that had basically locked the town down and wouldn't allow anyone to leave. A couple of local children had been kidnapped that you find out are relatives of Markin, so to speak. Maybe everyone's a relative of everyone in Dugan's Hole. And they had been kidnapped along with a couple of other people that had gone missing. The wolves were demanding tribute of food that the local speaker of the town had been refusing to provide, stating that they had barely enough supplies for themselves. You learned later that all of this began after Markin had apparently invited or shown around another group of adventurers that had come through some months back that had been hunting a local giant. And somewhere after those outsiders were passed through Dugan's Hole, this calamity befell the locals. Markin had escaped, had snuck around the wolves that had been capturing town, and got you guys to come and lend aid. Upon arrival to Dugan's Hole, you found the citizenry less than accommodating to you, and none too happy about more outsiders finding their way into Dugan's Hole, but willing to let you do something. You sort of abandoned Markin and explored around town, and then basically said, made a show of walking outwards, at which point you encountered said winter wolves. They fed you a story about having been abused by their master. I don't know if they told you their master's name or not.
I don't think so.
I think they did, actually. They told you his name was
Granji, Master Granji.
Yeah. It's actually Garagi, but whatever. Granji, whatever. Doesn't matter. Granji. Yeah, I like that better anyway. They told you that he had abused them and kicked them for the last time, and that they wanted revenge. You deathfully realized that one of the wolves was faking said injury, and realized that this was a trap. Decided to spring said trap, you made your way towards the outpost where the wolves had led you with their tracks that they had made somewhat obvious in the snow, making your way through blizzard and across the tundra there. You found a large structure, just bigger than any human you could imagine any human needing, with just this towering edifice jutting out of the ice, a dome structure 3 times the height and width of any building that you would have seen anywhere else in the 10 towns, with 3 entrances. You chose to enter into the northmost entrance, finding a dead whale carcass there. Exploring around, Leonard saw a large woolly creature that was crouching next to a what looked like the deceased body of a giant humanoid person lying on the ground. Leonard, not being very stealthy, attracted the attention of said large woolly creature with the use of a flamethrower. The mammoth creature came around the bend and met your gaze, where he said, where the mammoth then spoke in common to all of you and bellowed, "You're responsible for this. It is all of your fault, and I will crush your bones." And that is where we find you all. I'm going to take you there now. To this, as this huge mammoth creature rounds the corner, Leonard, you've just cast fire upon it. It looks upon you with hate in its eyes.
No, I didn't do that. That
Looks
was
upon
over here.
It looks upon all of you with tremendous hate in its eyes. And
Making sure I'm not singled out.
no, just upon all of you, not singled out on you, but looks upon all of you with just tremendous fury in its eyes. And everybody go ahead and roll initiative as I bring you to that screen.
Oh, I forgot to click my guy.
That's all right, Leonard, I got you.
I got 9.
I got you, Ordella. All right. Up first is Toot. Toot, you see this mammoth creature round the bend with absolute hate and fury in its eyes, saying it will crush your bones.
So, bonus action, I'm going to roll on the spirit table. Trying to figure out how to do it in Beyond. I think it's there. Okay, that's kidding.
Okay, so you would roll a d6. You get the tale told through you. So you hold the song, that song in your mind. That's your bonus action. What with your movement and action?
Okay, with my action, I will use Shatter on it. That's crappy Shatter.
Okay, so DC 12 con save.
Yes.
It rolls a 21 for Constitution.
Yep, it passes, so I think it takes half.
Yeah, so you just create a huge shattering clap of noise, and ice and crystals and things fall down on top of it a little bit, and you see it sort of shake its head a little bit and let out this horrific roar in front of you as it takes a little bit of damage.
Okay, and
Leonard.
movement, I'm ducking out of the way.
Okay. Leonard, you're up. It is right on top of you, Leonard.
Okay, so I'm going to. Let me see here. Oh, let me turn my video on. I am going to, as a free action, say, it wasn't us, it was the wolf people.
Okay. The wolf people?
The wolf people killed the giant.
Okay. The mammoth, as it is now barreling towards you with tusks ablaze, he screams at you Corin and Kanan are my allies.
Oops.
Well, shit.
And he is charging at you with tusks.
Yeah, so as my cannon's action, the cannon is going to flamethrow again.
Where's your cannon at? I don't know if I'm going to put a
right
marker on here.
here is where the cannon is.
Okay, we'll put a cannon. There's a marker for your cannon. Okay, so your cannon flamethrows in the back of this thing.
Yes.
Does it have to make a save, or is it an attack roll?
Okay, here we go. Well, will that roll?
Dex save.
Yeah.
Not very dexterous this thing is. It rolls a 2.
All right.
So
11
big ass
fire
mammoth. All right.
Does
so that is.
Does it turn to look away from me? Does it look toward the fire?
You know what? I'm gonna make a. We'll make a check to sort of see, like how distracted it is. How about we'll go with wisdom? Yeah, it looks towards the fire.
Okay, then I'm going to use my action.
So it's a bonus action with the flamethrower?
The flamethrower has its own action.
Oh, really?
Once I create it, and it has an
Okay.
AC of 18.
Need to make an icon for that thing. We'll get one.
And then I'm going to use magical tinkering.
Okay.
Which is
Tinker fast.
I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice. 5-foot radius light, up to 6-second long recorded message, emits odor or non-verbal sound, static visual effect, include blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to imbue a rock with a voice that says, I'm going to try to make up a voice that is not, of course, Leonard's, which he should be able to do because he's a robot, right?
Sure,
Robot
you can. I'll let you. You can mimic another voice at least decently.
Okay, I can mimic another voice at least decently, and I'm going to have that recorded message say, "Yeah, I'm so glad we killed that giant," and then I'm going to throw the rock in the direction of the flamethrower.
Okay.
And then make it play the message.
Okay. So you toss a rock in the direction of the flamethrower.
Like here.
Saying, I'm so glad we killed that giant.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to make... Are you going to move?
Yeah.
And I'm going to make an intelligence check here to see if it falls for this dumb ploy. He crits the intelligence check.
All right.
I think it watches you throw the stone and then sees the stone land over there and then hears...
He's
looking at the flamethrower.
He was looking at the fire.
Yeah, he looked at the fire, sees the stone land, and hears the stone speak.
And look back at you like a dog that says, I know you didn't throw that ball.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, fine.
Hey, man, crit intelligence roll. Rolled a crit. Look, dude.
No, he beat me fair and square.
It has a -4 intelligence, and it rolled a 16. It's not very smart. Guitar is out of the picture since he's not available right now. Everybody else has sort of made their way out of here. It is going to charge at the person that is nearest it, which is Ordella. Ordella, this giant creature just comes charging in your direction as Leonard is ducked behind a whale and is going to try to gore you. I'm guessing an 11 does not hit.
It does not.
All right. Very lucky. All right. Cadillac Granite Guts, you're up. You watch this thing just try to gore Ordella, and failed to do so.
Yeah, that is bad news. And so I am going to take a swing at him with my warhammer. It's not often that I hit things at point blank range.
Right, so you're moving up to it.
And actually, yeah, no, that's there we go. And then
13 is a hit.
Sweet.
One-handed or two-handed?
We are going to do two-handed.
You take a chunk out of it with the warhammer. Ordella, you're up. This thing just tried to gore you.
Let's see. All right, then it's close enough to hit with a great axe.
It is.
So I'm going to hit with a great axe.
Okay. That'll definitely hit it.
Good. There we go. Oh. 6.
Okay. You should get sneak attack.
Oh. I'm not sure how to click for sneak attack.
At this level, it should be 2d6, I think. Pretty sure it should be 2d6.
6.
Yeah, because you have an ally. Granite Guts just hit it with his warhammer, so it's distracted, and you're able to hit it with your. You're like the only rogue I've ever known that uses a giant axe.
I'm not a rogue in this one.
Are you not a rogue?
No, I'm fighter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm a rogue in the other one.
Okay, then you don't get sneak attack. Never mind.
Oh, never mind that.
I thought you were a
Got
rogue.
me all excited. I'm like, I do?
No. Okay, you're
Never mind,
rogue.
so
You're
just
rogue in the
6.
other game. Yep. All right. Harkus, you're up. Too much alcohol. Too tired.
All right. So.
Watched your people.
Okay, so he is. So basically, I'm going to take my Breath of the Dragon.
Yep.
In a 30-foot line that is 5 foot wide, which I think should go straight at him.
Yeah.
And then I'll roll, I guess. It's 2d4 with a dex save.
Okay. Again, not very dexterous. Oh, he crits the roll. 19.
Okay, so he takes half of that.
Okay. 3.
And then I'm going to
set this so that you guys can see the rolls, just because I think it's more fair.
I'm going to make my way back this way.
It defaults on some of these to hidden rolls. 2, you're up.
Seeing this as close it is to Ordella and to Cadillac. Toot's going to look at Ordella as she's the closest, and I'm going to say, how do you trap an elf in a room without locks? You place a mirror in it. You're a half elf, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm going to give you my Tale of the Traveler, which is going to increase your AC by a bonus of 1. Your speed increases by 10, and you get a d6 plus my level temporary hit points. Level 3, so you get 9 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this junk down. So AC plus 1.
Yep. 9 temp hit points, and your speed increases by 10.
That's nice.
And I will then use my That's an action, I think.
You can bonus action to think of another song and roll that die again, or you can grant bardic inspiration to someone.
Yeah. Let's. I feel like that die is useful, so I'm gonna think of another. I'm gonna think of another tale.
Okay.
All right, and then I am going to. Do I stay here or do I move? I mean, I feel like I need to move. I'm gonna move back here. Back here.
Okay.
At the corner.
Leonard, you're up. Your flamethrower is there. What's the range on that?
Let me see here.
You're 40. It's 45 feet from it.
Oh, range is 15 feet.
Yeah, out of range.
Okay, and it's 45 feet from it. So the Eldritch Cannon can move 15 feet. So let's move it 15 feet to here.
Okay.
And then
well, 15 plus 2 is 15 times 2 is still not 45, so it's still a little bit out of range, I think.
Right, that's fine.
Yes, they're all very.
Then Leonard with my
Yeah,
action,
telecaster. I'll let you borrow it.
I will
Yes.
cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
Let me
This
see.
coats the thing with acid, right?
It's a $3,000 guitar.
DC 13 dex save.
Fails that.
All right. And it's 30 feet long and 5 foot wide in a direction I choose.
So you blast it with acid and it lands all over it. Now it's going to take 2d4 each turn until it gets the acid off itself.
Correct. At the start of each of its turns, unless it uses an action to scrape the acid off.
It's basically a damaged cheese until it wastes its turn.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to mark it with acid on itself. This thing's not very smart. It just is hell-bent on destruction. And it's going to hell-bent on destruct the people that are right up on it, which is, right now, Ordella. Ordella, 20 to hit.
Ooh, yes.
It does 12 piercing damage to you, and I need you... Oh, no, it doesn't get to do that. Because it didn't move 20 feet into your direction. It was right on top of you. So, yeah, just 12 piercing damage. And... Actually... Yeah,
No,
okay.
you already said it. No take
Yeah.
backs.
No takesy backsies. Yep, that's it. That's what it does. It does 12 piercing to you. Cadillac Granite Guts, you're up.
Okay. I am going to take another swing at him with my Warhammer.
Okay. $17 is a hit. I want to remind you all have inspiration.
Oh, that's
You're still-
right.
You're still going two-handed, right?
Well, that would, as much as I hate to say this, that would have been disadvantage, right? Because I'm still exhausted.
No. First level exhaustion does not affect attack rolls.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're only
Okay.
first level exhausted.
Okay. Then forget I said anything.
Your honesty is commended.
And commanded to cease immediately until we beat this mammoth.
Yeah. Harkus, you're up. Harkus, roll perception. Okay.
I like that. I don't like
It
that.
was so close to a 20. So close to a 20. Okay, how far away am I? All right. I am going to going to 15, 20, move to right here, and chuck a spear at it.
Okay. Chuck a spear.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
That's not going to do it.
Or Della, you're up. Unless you've
I'm
got
gonna-
bonus action movement.
No, I'm going to duck sort of behind the decaying whale.
I'm gonna hit him with a great axe again. Oh, maybe.
That's not going to do it.
Alas. All right. Hang on. I think I can jump out of the way.
He'll probably get opportunity against you.
Oh, never mind then.
Unless you're a rogue, he's going to get opportunity against you.
Well, I got action surge. It says you can take one.
You could definitely action surge. You could use your action surge to either attack again, or you could take the disengage action or whatever.
Oh, then I'm gonna attack again.
Yeah, if you use your action surge, you can attack again.
Sweet.
All right, mark off your action surge.
Oh, hang on. I pushed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the right button.
So wait, you rolled an 8? Oh, I'm sorry. That's a miss. Top of the
You
order.
have inspiration.
Yeah, you do have inspiration.
How do I use that?
It's just you can roll it again. You just do it again
Okay.
if you want to use it.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Yes. Sweet. And damage.
7 slashing.
Well, it's better than nothing.
It's definitely better than nothing. Toot, you're up. Roll perception, Toot. Okay.
I will look at Granite Guts, and I will say, why should you be worried about Drow Paladins? Because they're lawful good, or lawful evil.
Lord.
Yeah. And I will bestow on you the tale told through you. So you gain temporary hit points equal to a roll of my bardic inspiration plus my level. That's 5 plus 6, 7, 8. So you get 8 hit points, and you can also bestow that to someone that's within 5 feet of you.
Oh, okay.
If you choose to do so.
Okay. Thank you.
It's temporary hit points.
Gotcha.
Toot, all of a sudden behind you, there is a tremendous pounce and a huge growling noise as a creature leaps on top of you, and even with advantage, which I was granting it, I think a 10 probably misses you.
That was the perception check.
As it tries to launch its teeth into you, I think you spin around. How does it miss you? As like you are totally distracted, didn't catch it, and this like wolf behind you leaps out and bites. How does it miss?
I mean, I feel like I reached for my feather to cast the spell, and like as I'm reaching it, like kind of just plows into the wall behind me. Like I'm just like leaning and being very animated with my spell casting, and I just happen to move out of the way.
Yeah, and it becomes immediately obvious to Harkus and Leonard as they hear this wolf like smash. I think the wolf just smashes basically into this wall. I'm gonna say like here, you hear a smashing sound as it misses Toot and hits the wall. And Leonard, you're up.
All right. Cannon's going to move to here.
Okay.
And Cannon is going to flamethrowy.
Okay. This is a dex save. 14.
Half damage, so 4.
Okay.
And then Leonard is going to cast Catapult.
Ooh. What are you catapulting?
A piece of whale.
It fails.
All right, 15 bludgeoning damage.
Piece of whale smacks into it. The giant mammoth bellows, "Enough!" and backs up about 20 feet. Ordella and Cadillac, you can both take opportunity attacks if you like.
Yeah.
You bet your biscuits.
Miss.
Okay. So let's see here.
That's a hit.
Okay.
One-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed, and
I'm doing two-handed.
I'm gonna use Divine Smite on this.
Okay.
Which I expend a spell slot.
Can you do that on an opportunity attack?
Yep.
Okay.
It says right here can
Cool.
be done under all opportunity. I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. We're just gonna roll yes.
Okay. We're going with Cantrell. Yes. Okay.
If not, then we're gonna have to go back and replay the last
that's fine.
adventure.
Do it.
Okay, so 2d8. So we are going to roll 2d8.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
for
after
flip's sake.
After you divinely smite it, it is going to charge at you, Granite Guts. Just charging at you. And 18 to hit.
Oh God.
You know what? That hits, believe it or not.
That does 20 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay, hold on. 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Are
okay,
you
and
conscious?
so what do we do? Yeah, of course I am. And so
Strength save.
a strength save. And is that at disadvantage on exhaustion?
No.
Okay. So bam.
You're just level 1. You're knocked prone by it. And he rears up a giant mammoth leg and stomps down on top of you. 19 to hit.
God.
Oh,
That hits me.
22 bludgeoning.
And there are all of a sudden granite guts all over the place.
Granite Guts is Granite Guts.
Wow.
the tale of Uncle Cadillac.
So Uncle
What was your max HP?
Don't worry about that.
No. What was your max HP?
It was 22.
Don't worry about
So
that.
we're
Your
so
max
when I
HP
say
was
don't worry about it, we're
Wait. Your max HP was 22?
Was.
well no it was 34 and then there was 8 on
No.
the
I need to know what your top HP is.
34.
Okay, you're not dead. You're just unconscious.
Okay.
If it made you negative 34, you're dead outright.
No, I'm just going into save territory.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
taking it
you're
out.
unconscious. Okay.
Yep,
So
yep.
you can describe. I just want to make sure you're not dead.
Yeah,
Just-
no.
There are granite guts on the floor. I think everybody sees this happen as he screams, and the mammoth goes, "I'll grind your bones!" It's all of a sudden bursting out is another wolf. And it tries to bite at you two. Holy shit. Wait, that's not right. Yeah, I guess it is. Did not roll damage right. Hang on. That is 8 piercing damage, Toot.
Okay.
Cadillac, you're up. Make me a death save.
Will do. Can I click on that? And that didn't do anything.
Just roll a d20. Oh, that is a critical success. You are stable.
Oh,
You're no
nice.
longer making death saves.
Sweet.
I think a critical success is stable. It's either critical success or 2 successful ones.
Now you've already let it out. We got to keep that.
That's the rule of reasonable.
So does that put me at 1 HP?
Yeah, puts you. Yeah, basically. I think it still makes you unconscious, but you're no longer making death saves. No, I'm wrong. You automatically regain 1 HP.
Sweet. I should leave.
Kind of like your eyes flutter open as you regain 1 hit point, and you have the elephant's foot down on top of you. Harkus, you're up.
Oh, okay. Harkus was sort of picking at this dead whale for a minute and is confused by the fact that that first wolf is no longer there. So he's gonna, oh no, there it is. Oh God, it's around the corner. Too late, I've already moved out here. All right. I'm gonna move out here by Toot and take a couple of swings at the wolf right here.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okay. And then that is nine bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then
This wolf is big as a horse.
Oh, hold on, I didn't mean to roll that. I was just trying to look.
Punching it.
Okay. And so then I'm going to, yes, I'm going to unarmed strike it.
Okay. I forgot to roll the acid damage on its turn for the acid that's on.
Oh yeah,
Leonard,
2d4.
so go ahead and do that. 16 hits.
And then what is this? Okay. All right, so do this, and then with my draconic strike, I'm going to change that to fire damage.
Okay. So 7 fire damage to the wolf.
And then I'm going to spend a key point for a flurry of blows.
Okay. You can do that. That's a hit, obviously.
And
You get another one. I think, don't you get another one with flurry of blows? It's 2 unarmed strikes.
oh, stay on that. Stay on the crit. Dang it.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Ordella, you're up. See, this thing's on Granite Guts' head with its giant foot.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna slash at him, trying to get him off Granite Guts.
Okay.
I'll try a different one. Let me try a Warhammer.
Pull out the old Warhammer.
Ooh. Hang on, I got this Moon Touch Longsword that I haven't used yet. Does that do anything special?
Can you remind us what the Moon Touched Longsword does?
It's magical. is it? Let's see. Is it +1? I think it's +1 magic.
Moon touch sword in darkness. It is unsheathes bright light, and it's magical.
Oh, it's
All right.
not +1. That's another one.
No, it's just magical damage and it glows. But it is magical damage.
All right, well then I want to try that.
Okay.
Ah,
Alas, 12 is not a hit. Toot, you're up.
Okay, both of the wolves are still up.
They're both up and
Alright.
on near you.
All right. I will glance between the two of them, and I'll say, "What kind of wine goes in a broken glass?" Chardonnay. And I'll cast Shatter. I'll cast
All right.
Shatter.
All right, so they
Uh,
both have to make dex saves.
They have to make con saves.
Con saves. 2 14s.
Okay. So they take half damage.
Okay. 6 damage each. I think you hear them both yelp as they sort of like bury their ears a little bit as this is tremendously loud blasts out around you.
Okay, they're still both up though.
Oh yes.
Okay. This is not going well. Bonus action. No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. You can use bonus action.
I could if it were a bonus action that were a cantrip. This is a spell.
Yes.
So no, I can't.
You can give Bardic Inspiration.
I have no more of those. I will grin and bear it and stay where I'm at.
Okay. The wolf is up. It's going to try to bite at you. Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
Negative. Leonard, you're up.
All right. The drone is going to move to here.
Okay.
Actually, Jeff, to be
Yes.
fair, does this play by normal wolf rules?
Can I
wait a second.
check?
Yeah.
No, these wolves don't have pack tactics.
Okay.
Actually,
never mind
yes they do. Yes, they do have pack tactics. We're just going to go with a 10 here.
then. Okay. I'm just trying.
Yeah, you're correct. They would have pack tactics. Yes, they would. And they're on top of you. I love how you catch the DM zone errors. That's not rolling the damage for some reason. I don't know what I've done to break that.
All right.
It is 5 piercing damage.
Did you move the thing?
You two. Yes.
Okay, I just couldn't remember where I had it. So
I've done something to break the damage. I don't know what I've done.
We're going to attack with that again. Eldritch Camp Flamethrower. Beyond 20. Clicky. Well, that didn't go through. Okay, let me try again.
Okay. So he's got to make a dex save. The dexterous mammoth fails it. Takes
Okay,
5.
fire damage. And then I'm going to cast Catapult again.
Okay. Success.
4 damage.
Okay. It's Norsu's turn.
I'm going to move to here.
And he's going to take your acid damage.
Oh, yep. 2d4.
Pretty good.
8 acid damage.
And he's going to back up. Ordella, you can take opportunity. Granite Guts, I don't know that you can. You're prone on the ground. Oh, where'd Ordella go? We lost Ordella. We'll come back to Ordella.
With her attack of opportunity.
Right, because what's going to happen now is the other Winter Wolf is going to attack Harkus. And a 9, I assume, does not hit. I don't know why that's not rolling damage. What is broken here? I'm just trying to get the damage to roll. I don't know what's broken here. All right. And actually, Toot, since that last one had hit you, I need you, Toot, to roll a strength save real quick. Speaking of retconning things. Okay, it does not knock you prone. You're good. I will cut to Harkus. It is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna swing at this wolf who is right here. Oh, there she is. You want me to wait?
No, go ahead and make your swing. Ordella, it's gonna come around. She doesn't have her headphones on yet. Uh, 17 is a hit. And two-handed or one-handed bludgeoning with your quarterstaff?
I claimed it as 1 last time, so I'll stick with 1. Just.
All right. 7 damage.
And then I will unarmed strike him.
Okay.
Oh, and miss completely.
All right.
I think
no key points.
I think perhaps I'll take my inspiration and reroll.
Okay. Do better.
That's better.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's pitiful.
Not great, but
And we'll do some more fire damage.
okay. It's still up. Okay, Ordella, what has happened here is Norsu has backed up away from you. You have the opportunity to take an opportunity attack, if you so like.
Yeah. I do that.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Ooh.
Roll that damage.
Did it
As a
not?
10, yeah. It says 10 and beyond D&D.
10
Okay.
damage.
Why did it not go?
I don't know. Norsu charges at you, Ordella,
Uh-oh.
and tries to gore you. 22 to hit.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
For 21 piercing.
geez.
And that's how I die.
Ordella, you are unconscious.
No. No.
How many
but
HP you got
I'm
left?
not doing good. 4.
All right, make me a strength save, please. All right, you are knocked prone by the mammoth. He's going to stomp on you now.
Oh, joy.
Oh, geez.
18 to hit.
Ah! Yeah. I got 17.
It's an advantage, so 16 bludgeoning damage now.
Okay, now I'm dead.
And Ordella's knocked unconscious. And the wolf had a turn. Cadillac Granite Guts, you're up here. As you see Ordella just get knocked out, you're on the ground with 1 HP.
Right.
And you see Ordella just get squished next to you.
Right. You know what? I'm not going to bother getting up. This is an unfortunate state of affairs.
Are you playing dead?
And I'm going to go to my happy place. And I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
What does that do?
You ward a creature within range against attack. I ward me.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, any creature who targets me with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed
Okay.
save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Nothing like hanging
Wow.
Ordella out to dry.
Yep. Wow, okay.
This is like, well,
Are
Not
you a
me.
paladin? What kind of...
nice knowing you, Ordella.
I know, right? I have 1 HP.
kind
I
of-
did my relentless
I've only
endurance.
got
Oh.
1 HP.
what kind of twisted paladin?
Oh, Ordella, you're not unconscious. You have 1 HP. You're on the ground. You have your relentless endurance.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Hey,
My
Joe,
turn.
You're
Nardu is
prone.
going to take 5 acid damage.
No, he already took that this turn.
For his Ordella attack? Oh, sorry. I couldn't remember.
5 acid damage from the...
From Natasha's Caustic Brew?
Yeah, he already took that.
Oh.
It's the turns are all out of order because Melissa had to get up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But
So
you're up.
I can do what?
It's your turn. You're prone on the ground. You have 1 HP. But you're conscious and can do something. Actually, I think your eyes flutter to life, and you see Granite Guts' eyes flutter, and Granite Guts looks at you, you look at him, and Granite Guts casts a little spell on himself.
I'm like,
Y'all are both on the ground next to each other underneath this elephant.
Okay, look, I'm not suicidal.
just like, cast spell, bye-bye. It's nice knowing you, Ordella. All right, well, can I stabby into the thing's foot?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
sure can. Are you getting up or are you staying prone?
I guess I'll get up. Is that my one?
No, it's just half your movement.
Okay. I'll get up and stabby.
Okay. Yeah. You jab your sword into its foot.
Why is it doing this? Oh, that's not. Okay, 5.
It lets out a screech of pain. Toot, you're up. Roll perception, Toot.
That's my last move. Remember me.
Toot, you're up.
Who
And roll
rolled a
perception.
21?
He did.
Oh, 21. You hear the sounds of footsteps, heavy footsteps coming from outside.
Coming from outside.
As you're surrounded by these wolves.
Dugan's Hole has come to protect us. No.
Alas.
All right. How bad are? One of them hasn't been hit, unless
That's
it
right.
took damage hitting the wall.
Both of them are up, and one of them has not been hit.
Yeah, the one that's been hit. How bad is he?
He looks bloodied to you.
Okay. Bonus action, vicious mockery, the one
Okay.
that's bloodied. And I will.
He critically fails that.
Okay. What do you call a cold wolf? A chili dog.
You hear the other wolf go.
He rolls over and dies just from that.
Pretty much. Oh, motherfucker.
And that's how we get our adult rating.
Yeah. Not you holding your taters.
I assume. I assume he is still up.
Yes.
Okay. And everybody else is still up.
Yes.
Not for long.
I'm just gonna continue to hunker.
Just hunkering.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. The other wolf is up.
Oh god.
And it's gonna turn and look at you, Toot, and you, Harkus. And it's gonna open its mouth, its eyes are blue, and it's gonna say, "Time for both of you to die." And as it says that, just as it says that, rounding around the corner is a human man carrying the biggest crossbow you may have ever seen. And he screams, "I followed your footsteps! I told you to wait on me!"
I was kidding.
And he like Rambos everything.
And unleashes a heavy crossbow at the wolf.
Rainbow Jenkins.
22 to hit. Oh wait, that's the wrong. That is not the correct. It is not. It is not poison tip.
Oh no, I think that's the right one.
Yes.
I agree. Pretty sure.
Pretty
that's
sure
it.
it is.
And I
That's
think that's
definitely
higher damage as
Saw it
well.
myself.
Yep.
Orkin is a god incarnate walking among us.
Yep. Rule of cool. That's actually what happens. He goes. I dipped it in the bladder of the monkfish.
Thank goodness.
That's how you take out elk.
I saved the rest for the fish biscuits.
And you hear the wolf go. And he's gonna roll his attack at disadvantage to you two as he's hit. He critically fails as the arrow from this crossbow bolt clocks him in the shoulder. Leonard, you're up.
All right. Drone is going to move to here. Like on top of the whale.
Yeah.
And then
Working on it. We need a token for your drone.
wait, why was that? Oh. Sorry. That's
You're
not
firing it
right.
at Norsu, the mammoth.
Yeah, but that roll is not right because that's catapult.
That's a catapult. Anyways, I'm assuming an 18 dex succeeds the.
That's going to
save.
succeed, so he'll take half damage from the flamethrower, which is 5.
The mammoth looking bad right now.
Okay.
You're up, Leonard. He's got
And then-
2 people with 1 HP down on the ground on top of him.
And then I'm going to cast my last catapult at him.
Dex save 13. He fails.
All right, 9 bludgeoning damage.
Describe to me how the catapult brings down this mammoth.
So, as I'm standing here, I levitate a piece of whale, like one of these tips of the rib bone here, and just jam it through his brain pan.
That's awesome.
Just goes flying through, and
And
the
it cut
giant woolly
window
mammoth,
into his side.
whose turn was up next, was readying both of his colossal feet to crush the skulls of Ordella and Granite Guts lying in the snow before him. Falls over dead as a piece of whalebone goes flying through his skull.
Can he ever tell you're my favorite?
I try.
It is the other Winter Wolf's turn, and it's going to turn and do something you haven't seen it do before, and it unleashes a blast of cold air from its mouth directly at Markin. Markin has to make a DC 12 dex save. Holy fuck. Markin barrel rolls out of the fucking way.
Who is
So-
this guy?
Barrel rolls out of the way.
Special forces.
Special Forces Markin.
Successfully tracked us through the snowy wilderness.
I
was
followed
kidding,
your
Theo.
footsteps. We were supposed to meet up. That's actually what he screams as he like barrel rolls.
I see, like,
We were
punches
supposed to
wolf
meet
in the
up.
face.
You guys didn't wait on me. He barrels out of the way. He takes 8 damage from the cold. Granite Guts, you're up. He reloads his crossbow and is ready to go.
Okay. So after hearing a chastising voice in his head from Sylvanus, I cast Shield of Faith upon myself again. No, Ordella.
You're on my list, man.
Oh, Ardella's got some bonus points.
What do I have?
Extra 2+ to your AC.
Sweet.
And I'm still laying on the ground. Just sitting there going poof, poof, poof.
Harkas, you're up. There's 2 giant wolves. You just saw them do something you didn't know they could do, which was unleash a breath of terrible cold air.
Okay.
That Markin barrel rolled out of the way, all the while going, I told y'all to wait! I done told y'all to wait. We was gonna do this together, but no, y'all had to go on. You left Markin, I had to follow your footprints. How do you think I got out of town when they was locking down? Markin's clever.
Reminds me of the skit on Reno 911 where the guy gets pulled over and he's drunk. Did anybody ever see that one?
No, I've not.
Not that one.
He gets pulled over and anyway, they're giving him a field sobriety test and he passes it amazingly well. And then she starts dancing and he dances with her and she's the woman is the sheriff and she goes, you sure do dance well. He's like, only when I'm drunk.
Oh, I did see that
got
one.
me.
And she's like, oh, I got you.
All right, Argus. Well, you're up, and you see this commoner like barrel roll out of the way with his poison-tipped crossbow bolts that he sort of hollered that he dipped them in the bladder of the monkfish.
So I'm feeling kind of inadequate as the sort of monk who is supposed to be dexterous, watching Markin sort of dance around, and so
I got a lucky roll.
I'm going to take my quarterstaff and sort of plant it like right here between Toot and the wolf, and sort of flip myself over into the in-between, and then I'm going to swing at that guy, the one that's already been hit.
Okay. That's a hit.
Then
And you're doing it one-handed?
yes.
Okay.
To that guy. And then I'm going to flurry of blows this guy.
Okay. Okay. That's a hit. So you quarterstaff one guy and then punch the other one twice.
Yes.
All right, so you can make 2 attacks. That hits for 6. This is the one that just got hit by Markin's like poison crossbow bolt. That one misses. Ordella, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here. Looks good. And I'm gonna get my crossbow and shoot at the wolf.
Okay.
And miss.
Critical miss.
Lord.
It's Markin's turn. Markin's gonna back up, and as he does, he goes, "Well, howdy there, Mr. Robot." And he fires his crossbow bolt. Only fire at the wolf. Coming with you on the rest of the adventure.
No, we look like noobs. He didn't want to hang out with us anymore.
Toot, you're up.
Okay. How tall are the wolves?
About the size of a horse.
How tall is Harkus?
About the size of a Harkus.
Is he taller than a horse?
I don't know, Harkus. How tall are you?
Well, I mean, I'm at least like eye level of a horse.
Yes. Same height, basically. Close to.
Okay, and are the 2 wolves bloodied and is Harkus bloodied?
I haven't been hit yet.
One of the wolves is definitely, yeah, both the wolves are bloodied.
Okay. Toot is gonna fall backwards, supine. He's gonna grab his feather from his hat, and he's gonna tell a joke from laying on his backside because reasons. Why did the little girl take her bicycle to bed with her? Because she didn't want to sleepwalk. And I'm going to cast Sleep in the air high enough up that it would hit the heads of the wolves, but hopefully not hit Harkus. Like, I'm trying to use vertical space in order to try to cast a spell.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna do. Go ahead and roll your sleep. It's nice.
I mean, I gotta try something. Yeah. That's not what I meant to do.
20. Okay. The only thing that happens is one of the wolves drops down asleep.
Okay.
You hear Markin go, "Way to go! You got him!"
Not bad for a beginner.
The other wolf is up, and it opens its mouth and says, "You kill my brother." Not really knowing what happened. And I need Harkus and Toot to both make dexterity saving throws, please.
Arguably, supine him is this at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
What am I dex save?
Dex save. You've got inspiration, don't you still, Toot?
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll try it. I don't know if a 13 will pass it, but yeah. I'll use the inspiration.
Negative. It did not. Oh, I'm sorry. Both of you two take. This is actually way better than it could have been. 12 cold damage.
Toot's down.
Toot drops unconscious. Harkus takes 12 cold. Leonard, you're up.
All right. The drone is going to move to here.
Okay. We're going to make a drone that you can control.
Yes. Yeah. So he's going to be my trusty compatriot. And then I am going to cast. For some reason, I can't click my spell slots to indicate that I have used them, but I am out. So
okay.
I'm going to cast a cantrip. Well, no, all I have is Ray of Frost, and as these are dogs with cold breath, I don't think that's going to work out too good.
Yeah. They are breathing cold air at you.
Yeah, well, then I'm going to step up to this one and then cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
And try to attack with my mace. All right, so that's not going to do it.
No, that's not going to do it. Okay.
All right.
The wolf, the unconscious wolf is up. And he's still unconscious. That just lasts a minute, right? Yeah. Granite Guts, you're up.
I finally get up.
You're up. You got a HP.
And does that exhaust all of my movement?
No, half of it.
Half of it? Okay. So let's see then. So I can get about right there. And this wolf is asleep.
Yep. You got. Yeah, that one's asleep.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks very bloody. Like it looks pretty awful. It's out.
Yeah. I'll leave it be.
I think a good hit might coup de grace it, but
I'll leave it be for the moment.
okay. You could dash if you're gonna just move this turn. Take your full movement.
I guess that's true. Let's see.
Or you could hide or something.
Okay, so at this angle, then I might be able to get a pike into the other wolf.
Yeah, that's your next turn.
Yep. Okay.
All right, Harkus, you're up.
Okay.
You see Toot drop down as the cold breath. You shield your eyes against it as you feel the frigid air wrap around you, and you watch Toot, who's down on the ground, just sort of stop moving.
That's not going to do it. Let's see here. Come on.
Yeah, that's going to be a big old miss. Or Della. You see the same thing happening.
What was that? Sorry, I was doing schoolwork too.
Oh. Toot is unconscious on the ground as the cold air blasted him and he falls down, not moving. One of the wolves is asleep, the other one had just blasted Harkus and Toot. Toot sort of went down unconscious. Granite Guts ran up beside you and is readying a pike to throw at it. Markin has blasted it with a couple of poison-tipped crossbow bolts.
All right. Then I'm going to take my super ineffective crossbow and shoot at that wolf.
Okay. That's a hit.
It was a hit this time. It was effective.
It's pretty good. Markin is up. And he's going to fire his crossbow. Jeez, dude.
Markin. VIP.
Man.
I'm just gonna start chanting, Markin, Markin, Markin.
He goes, this was my pappy's crossbow. Dang, dude. All right. Toot, you're up. Success. The wolf is up. And he's going to try to bite at Harkus. 18 to hit, Harkus.
Yep.
Hang on. Still not rolling damage. It is this. 8 damage. 8 piercing. Leonard.
All right. I'm gonna move the drone
Oh, I needed to do something real quick. Okay.
to
Actually, I
here.
need to do this twice. Okay. Where are you moving it to?
Here.
Okay. What does this look like? Is this like one of those Star Wars drones?
No, so it's like a cannon, and it has wings and legs. It's like a little mechanized cannon,
Okay.
wings and legs, and it's going to sit itself right here and aim at this wolf,
Okay.
and it's going to hit me too. But
Yep.
I can handle that.
It's gonna make a dex save.
Yes, gotta make a
Right.
dex save.
19. Sticks half that.
6 damage, and then I make a dex save.
You like
All right.
slide out the way.
And I take a little bit of that.
Okay.
And then, oh, this has got to be my roll 20 busted because I can't take damage. All right. I am going to again. Let's see, Booming Blade. Duration 1 round. So it has faded, but it's a cantrip, so I'll use it again. And
Did you just crit on that?
I just crit.
All right.
7 damage on the wolf.
Describe to me how you take him down with Booming Blade.
All right, so the cannon has just fired. I'm holding my mace up in the air. The mace catches on fire from the flamethrower cannon, and I just crash it down over his head. Wolf done.
And yeah, he just falls down unresponsive, down on the ground. The other wolf is still snoring away. Toot is unconscious. Toot is unconscious on the ground. It is the unconscious wolf's turn, and then now it's Cadillac's turn. We're still in initiative right now because I don't know what's going to happen. Because you have a certain number of rounds to either kill that wolf or get Toot up. So, Cadillac, you're up. What are you doing, Cadillac?
John, we can't hear you.
Thank you. So I am going to run up to the wolf, and while he's asleep, I'm a tie him up with some rope I've got.
Okay. You know, Cadillac knows how to do that kind of stuff, to tie it tight.
His feet are up like this with little bows.
So it's been 12 seconds, so you basically have like 30 seconds to tie him up.
Okay. Do you want me to roll anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you roll me a survival check to see how well you know how to do knots.
It would be kind of funny to do literally animal handling. Anyway, so okay, so what are we doing again?
You're seeing how skilled you are quickly at like roping and hog tying an animal and tying knots. So roll survival.
Okay, so survival, and there we go.
Yeah, with a 21, you're able to tie up said wolf. He's tied up. That's your action. Harkus, you're up.
All right, so he is tied up.
Mm-hmm. Toot's unconscious on the ground. He's tied up.
Let's see here. There is... So is
there's no other obvious enemies around you.
all right. Well, I guess
You hear Markin going, we got to find Syl and Feneth.
all right. I guess I'm going to look at Toot and see if I can stabilize Toot.
Okay, roll me a medicine check. Yeah, you're able to tie a tourniquet around where, like, no, not a tourniquet. You're able to basically, like, warm up the, like, frostbite that's starting to creep up Toot and, like, wrap one of your furs around him and warm him up. He's still unconscious, but no longer make death saves. Unless he gets some sort of healing, Toot, roll me a d4. Toot will be unconscious for 4 hours unless someone heals him.
All right, I'm going to take my movement and walk over here to this mammoth.
All right, you guys are out of initiative now since Toot is stable. As you're out of initiative, the wolf regains consciousness.
All right, I'm going to deal non-lethal damage to the wolf.
How are you doing this?
I'm going to hit it with my mace until it's almost dead, but not.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
All right, let's roll that again.
Advantage. That's a hit. 3. It lets out a yelp, and I'm going to make a strength check to see if it can break out of its bonds. Not yet.
Okay, the drone is going to flamethrow it since it's being persnickety
Yeah.
for non-lethal flamethrower.
Non-lethal flamethrower damage. It's going to make a dex save at disadvantage since it's tied up.
Well,
16.
where is my... Let me
All the
find
while,
my
the wolf
kingdom
is
again.
basically cursing you. Takes half of 3. Yeah.
All right.
And it's gonna make a strength check to try to break out of his bonds again. The bonds are pretty darn tight, though. It's going to be a tough strength check because Granite Guts rolled real well on her survival check. It had to beat a 21, which was her survival check.
Oh.
Rolls a 22 and leaps out of its bonds. It's right next to Granite Guts, who would be up.
I just wanted to ask it a question.
You can ask it a question.
No, it's gonna eat my face off now.
Do I get an attack of opportunity, Jeff? I was bashing it in the head.
Yeah, sure. It leaps up out of its bonds. Actually, you were leaping up out of its bonds. I think that it would leap towards you, actually.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that hits it for 4 damage. It's going to lash out and try to bite at you. It misses 7.
All right.
Granite Guts, you would be up next. It's no longer tied up. It's no longer asleep. It looks near death. You can try to talk to it.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna stop. We want to know what's going on here. Now it's obvious that we can finish you. What? Give us a straight answer. What's been going on here? What's the meaning of all of this?
Adventurers killed Ganji. His pet has been eating the city. And we've been collecting the food. The 2 children were our next snack. Only brought here to lure those such as you here. We saw other adventurers, and we thought we would let Norsu kill you.
What happened to the giants?
Slain by those like you. Granji was slain by those such as yourself. And then you hear Mark and pipe up goes, "Oh, so they did get him. I knew those guys was tough."
What?
Want me to kill him? And he readies a crossbow bolt at the wolf.
Let him have it.
Markin just unleashes a bolt, and it misses. It goes flying by.
Believe or trust him again.
And hits the wall next to it.
Oh, thank goodness! Because if it hit me, we'd be in trouble. Okay, so I guess I will hit him with my warhammer.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it, and he drops down. Markin turns to all of you and goes, "You guys left without me."
Are we in an initiative still?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go
out of
over
initiative.
and bring Toot around.
All right.
Using lay on hands for 2 HP.
All right. You regain consciousness of 2 HP. Markin says, "Guys, we gotta find Sil and Fenith. They's holding them here somewhere. They's gonna eat them."
I've started working on skinning this mammoth.
Meanwhile,
I'll explore. I'm gonna walk to the giant
okay, Markin will come with you.
and pillage him.
And pillage him. All right.
Yeah, he's got giant stuff.
As you walk into this room, there's an oval chamber with high walls, glittering ice resembling a sepulcher. The frozen, hacked-up corpse of a frost giant lies on the floor, entombed in translucent ice. His woolly mammoth companion was next to him. Not far from where he is a carved block of single ice, is a giant-sized throne atop a circular dais. Chiseled into the throne's backrest is a large rune.
What's the rune look like?
Roll me history or Arcana.
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 Ooh.
25.
You know that this is it's a giant rune for ice.
The
And
ice
with
rune.
a critical success on that Arcana check, I'll give you that you can pick up sort of an aura of conjuration magic around the rune.
I'm gonna touch the rune.
Nothing happens when you touch the rune. The rune is on the back of the chair.
Yeah.
Nothing happens as you touch it. But you can tell there's definitely conjuration magic, something about it.
I'm in here in the same room. Is there a chance that I could make anything of it?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I found because I don't know what to do with it now.
Yeah, there's just a rune in the back of the chair, and you just
I
sort of
poked
walked up
it.
and touched it.
And it didn't do anything.
Yep, you can tell there's conjuration magic to it. Poking it with your fingertips didn't do anything. You know that it's the rune for ice.
I will drag myself up off the ground and walk over to where they're at.
Okay, everybody's over in this main room. Ordella and Harkus, were you guys going there?
Nope, I'm still working on the mammoth.
Skinning the mammoth.
Sure, where am
Alright.
I going?
Wherever you want to go. Everybody else walked into the main room, to this room where the giant was.
I'm there. I'm gonna go
Okay.
sit in the chair.
You sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Oh god.
As you sit in the chair, all of a sudden you hear howling winds outside.
Uh-oh.
And where you could see outside before, the darkness of night, you can see some of the stars. All of a sudden, the entire area is completely surrounded by what looks like a horrific blizzard, obscuring the entire view outside.
Huh.
It slowly begins to form over about a minute,
Yep.
and is just
Still skinning a mammoth.
engulfing this entire ice palace that you're in.
I feel like
it is beginning to get dreadfully cold.
I feel like this move is like reading a book in an H.P. Lovecraft story.
I'm gonna go hug Leonard and stay warm.
So what happens when she gets off it?
The storm that seems to have begun outside continues.
Oh well. At least I'm warm because he's 90-something
Ah.
degrees.
Yeah, Leonard lets off a nice glow.
I wonder. So it seems to have been activated by sitting in a chair.
Correct. And it seems to have formed a blizzard outside around the entire compound that you're in.
But
You can hear it and see it blowing.
But the blizzard does not. That's not the atypical winter. The atypical winter is 10 towns wide.
It's almost like a controlled weather sort of spell. It is impossible you would gather to try to travel out of this place with that going on out there. Or if you did, would be extremely dangerous.
All right.
You're trapped here.
I'm going to put my 95-degree hand up to the rune.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do anything?
Nope.
I'm going to try to draw a line through part of the rune.
It's made out of stone. So.
Oh, it's not made out of ice?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it is made out of ice. Yeah, I guess it is. The throne is made out of ice. But it seems to be like not respond to like you're trying to warm it up. It's like magical.
I could try to identify it, but I think we know what it does. Do we want to know more?
Yeah, I'll tell everybody in the room what I know.
What you know is that it's the giant room for ice, that it has conjuration magic, and that when somebody sat in it, a blizzard formed outside.
Do we want to know more?
Leonard, you get the sense that like you could maybe like attack the throne or something, like, but it's sturdy. It's not just like melting, but like you might can melt it.
I was wondering if I was thinking maybe we could take it out, like intact, and sell it.
Okay. Do you see the giant throne?
Yeah.
Do you see your character token?
Yeah, but how big's the rune?
You're just gonna take the rune out?
But like, you could like lightsaber around it.
Do you have a lightsaber?
So I've got a plate, like a plate with the ice rune on it, and I sell that to somebody and tell them that it's a magical weather controlling thing. Like, that's got to be valuable to somebody.
It's triggered by sitting in the chair. Okay. Granite Guts, what are you doing?
I want to explore this other room over here.
Okay.
Where all the
Granite Guts, as you walk around
room,
here, there's a massive table hewn from a single block of ice that stands in the middle of a freezing cold chamber, surrounded by chairs of ice. As you sort of enter this room, roll me perception really quick. You notice underneath the floor is a statue. And it is a statue of a small little faceless creature that looks similar to what you have seen before. And with a 22 perception, you catch just out of the corner of your eye movement behind a couple of the chairs on the opposite side of the room. You remember those little creatures that looked like, I'll show you a picture. One of them rode off on the little fox.
Oh,
this thing.
Yeah, that.
You notice a statue of one of those underneath the table.
Ordella got a blessing from.
Yeah, Ordella got a little
thing?
blessing from one.
So,
you detect a little bit of movement behind the chairs.
So when you say under the table, is it
underneath the table?
Is it as though like it's encased in the table?
No, it's just sort of standing there under the table. It's about a foot tall, spindly little creature. Sort of
carved out of stone or ice?
It looks like it's out of. Let me see if it specifies. Stone.
I'm going to go to the other side of the room to investigate what I saw out of the corner of my eye to see if I see anything.
Yeah, as you do that, there are 3 little creatures that look like little dragon-y type things. Have you encountered kobolds before, Granite Guts, in your travels? I'm probably have. Maybe, I don't know.
I kind of don't think so.
They're little draconic-looking things, except these are wearing what look like little furs around them, and they look like little itty-bitty dragons, and they are cowering behind the chairs, and they, as you come into the room, they sort of duck down, hide their eyes, and go.
I kneel down and go, I'm a friend, don't worry. We have we have taken care of all of the scary things. You can come out.
Oh, good, they say. And then the one that's nearest you goes, I'm Zilbo. And then the other one leaps up on top of the chair and goes, Hoggy. And then this one comes around and goes, Snorp. I am Snorp.
Hello, Snorp.
Hello.
And what are you, number 3?
Who are you talking to?
Was there a third one, or did you
Zilbo, Holgi, and Snorp.
Zilbo, Holgi, and Snorp. Okay.
Holgi and Snorp.
How long have you been here?
Oh, we've been here 2 suns. 2 suns.
Where did you come from?
We come from Tribe in Hills. Came here seeking treasures. Didn't think to find big hairy thing.
He is not a treasure.
No, hidden. We hide.
That was very smart. We should have hid.
Yes.
Would you like to be my friend?
This will do.
I think this will do too. Would you like to meet my other friends? They're nice. They helped me. They helped me get rid of the big bad.
They all gather together and start like in Draconic. Do you speak Draconic?
That's the reason I don't think I've dealt with Kobold before, because I can't speak it. So no, I cannot.
They all sort of gather together in like Draconic and speak to each other, and then I think Zilbo, who you'd spoken to, comes up and goes, "Yes, friend. Agreed."
Okay. So I guess I lead my new friends over here into the throne room, and I say, "Hey, everybody! I have some new friends here. They mean no harm, and they are very glad that the monsters have been dealt with."
And the 3 of them look over at all of you and go, "Friend, friend, friend."
Can you turn the storm off, friend?
Storm? No.
Outside.
And they all look at each other and they go, "We don't control weather." "You control weather?"
This controls weather, and I'll point to the rune.
No.
Okay.
We're here looking for food and gold. Do you have food and gold? We didn't expect to find Big Hairy Thing here.
Is Big Hairy Thing food?
Is Big Hairy Thing dead?
Yes.
Then Big Hairy Thing is food.
Good news, friends. There's lots of food.
Yay.
Hooray! They say. Around this time, I think Markin goes, but what about selling Venice? They're going to freeze to death.
Leonard
by this time, Harkness, you have managed to skin the mammoth completely.
Do I find anything else that I can take from the mammoth, like a mammoth tusk, perhaps, or?
It would take you a lot longer to detusk the mammoth. Yes, it has tusks, but you'd have to saw them off. I don't think that your like great axe is a hacksaw.
Okay, fine.
Unless you've got a saw.
Would Mason's tools allow me to get rid of this?
Sure. Yeah, if you're gonna hack off 2 giant mammoth tusks.
I have Mason's tools.
I think it'll take you with Mason's tools. There's probably like some sort of like masonry saw there. It'll probably take you.
Is it going to take me half of a Granite Guts conversation?
It'll take you a couple of hours. As Granite Guts is talking to these little kobolds. Yeah, what's everybody else doing while Granite Guts is bringing these little kobolds into the room?
I think Toot's gonna sit down, place his hands against the throne, and he's gonna say, "Knock, knock."
Who's there?
And yeah, two of the little kobolds go, "Who there?"
Mammoth.
Mammoth who?
My mouth is stuck because I've been eating peanut butter.
And you hear Snorp, Holgi, and Zilbo all in unison go.
and then I keep repeating it in their voices until I've identified exactly what this thing does.
Go wander off.
Okay, the Ice Throne.
Yes.
Symbol called into the Ice Throne is a giant rune for ice. As a character succeeds in Intelligence Arcana check can ascertain. The spell reveals an aura of conjuration magic found around the rune, which empowers the throne. The rune empowers the throne. A creature that sits in the throne becomes aware of its magical nature. It summons a blizzard, which takes 1 minute to form. The blizzard engulfs the lodge, which extends from 1 mile around it in all directions, lasting for 8 hours. It takes a 10-day for this property to recharge.
Okay.
You are able to ascertain that if you destroyed the throne, it would cease its magical power. It has an AC and a number of hit points.
Would I also ascertain that doing so would end the storm?
You think probably so.
Okay. Nobody actually asked me to identify it, so Toot's just going to sit on this information as he's telling his knock knock joke and like touching the throne.
Yeah, Leonard, as you go around the bend back here, you see a cavernous chamber with giant fur bedrolls that's matted and musty.
I'll keep exploring.
Are you sort of searching through things or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna pilfer through the bedroll and see if there's anything over here.
Yeah, roll me. You don't find anything in the bedroll. As you sort of enter the next room, there is a room full of barrels. There is what looks like a hole that's been bored into the floor by some sort of animal. You would judge.
Like, is this a bathroom hole?
No, it looks. Let me look at it this way. It looks like a gopher hole, but made by something a lot larger.
Do I hear anything?
Roll perception.
Having one character that has been devoured by a purple worm.
It is quiet, but there is a storm raging outside. So as you put your ear to the hole, all you really hear, you don't detect any animal noises at all with that perception. But most of what you hear are the droning sounds of a storm blowing outside. And you're able to detect that this hole opens up somewhere outside the lodge, not very far from the lodge, as you can sort of hear the sounds of wind blowing. So it's seems to be a entrance and exit to the lodge to the outside that is not super far from where you're at.
Okay, I'm gonna search through these barrels and see if there's anything worth having.
Sure. Roll me investigation. Yeah, Leonard, as you sort of are going through those barrels and things, you do find something of interest to you. You find a longsword that looks exquisitely well made.
Wonderful. I'll take that longsword.
Yeah. Mark, exquisitely well made longsword.
Jeff, while all this is going on, I'm going to have given up on the tusk because it's just taking so long.
Yeah,
But
it's going to take you a while.
But looking outside, I see the storm, and so I've sort of rounded up some little things that I've found, some whale blubber that I found, and I've started a fire, and I've started cutting off mammoth steaks for dinner.
Okay. You've generated mammoth steaks. That's all you find around here is this exquisite sword.
Okay, I don't know how to add items to my D&D Beyond.
That's okay, because you haven't identified like what the sword is yet.
If you click Manage Inventory, and then you can do under the Inventory tab, hit Manage Inventory, and then you can add a custom item, and then it'll drop down, and you can just type in exquisite longsword while you figure out what it is.
Oh, it's because I'm not signed in, so I don't have access to any books. Okay, all right, that's why I couldn't do anything.
Well, yeah, being signed in would be helpful.
Figured that out at the end of the session. I'm gonna head on back to the area and let everybody know that I found a hole that leads outside. And I'm going to sit by the throne and focus on this longsword till I figure out what it is.
Yeah, okay. The longsword is very well made. It has some interesting runic markings on it. And they have like, the runes have inscribed in them what look like little skulls, which maybe creep you out a little bit. There's like little skulls and like bones built, like engraved into the handle of the sword. Looks like something that the giant had stolen or had like acquired in his treasure hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your character at?
I have moved back to here, sitting by the throne.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Are you taking an hour? Meanwhile, Markin's going, they gotta be here somewhere. Oh my God, we gotta find them.
Yeah, I'll sit here and identify the sword while I'm taking a breather.
Okay. If you're taking an hour to identify that sword, what you have found is a magical sword. It's a sword of life-stealing longsword. It's 1d8 slashing or 1d10 versatile if used as a two-handed weapon. When you attack a creature with this magical weapon and you roll a crit on it, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage if it's not a construct or an undead, and you also gain 10 temporary hit points. Pretty sweet.
Oh, nice.
So when you crit, it takes an extra 10, and you gain some of its life.
Oh, but it's a strength-based attack. Got a -1 to hit with it.
Well, give it to one of your fighters or something.
Maybe somebody else can benefit more from it.
Yeah, the sword actually has a name on it. Has a name. It is a named sword as you sort of read the runes. Leonard, what's the name of the sword?
The sword's name is Kronos.
Yes.
Like
Kronos,
the
the life
timekeeping app.
Kronos, the life stealer.
the timekeeping app, yes.
It is Kronos, the life stealer. That's the name of the sword.
As a Trekkie, I was thinking something else.
All right.
So Cronus is totally like an application that you can use to keep time as far as like your employees' time punches.
Yep.
We have
Yeah,
that
I
at St.
got that.
Vincent's,
That's
but
what the
yeah.
nurses used to log in. Kronos is the he's the god of time, but he was the Titan that ruled before the Olympic
Zeus's
gods.
father.
Yeah,
Zeus's father.
Zeus's father.
Nice. Okay.
He was also a planet where all the Klingons lived.
So
Yes,
Leonard,
that's what my
roll
mind
me,
automatically went to.
Well, your mind's
roll
off.
me. Everybody can roll me insight.
Insight.
Do I need to do this since I'm in the other room cooking dinner?
No. Leonard and Ordella and
I'm in another room. I've wandered off.
Leonard, with a 17 insight, you sort of realize that, there's like where you found Kronos the life stealer, you've pretty much searched every room except like there's an area sort of adjacent to it that if this was a totally circular area, kind of like in this zone over here, behind that wall,
Sorry.
you've not searched.
Okay, but there were 3 entrances and we only see 2 here.
Yes.
But the storm is like, is the storm like right outside?
Yep, there's a storm blowing right outside.
Okay. Well, I remember that there were 3 entrances, so I'll let everybody know that I didn't see him anywhere here. Because we look like all through here.
You went in the one entrance, and then you can see the second entrance. There was a third entrance southwise that you've not been in.
Yeah, so they're probably, if they're here, they're probably in there.
And Markin says, well, let's go. We got to get them.
We should probably get rid of the storm.
Storm will blow him away, Markin.
Oh, Lord, they're going to be dead. I know it.
I'll bring the flamethrower cannon back to here.
Okay.
And just have it start blowing on the throne.
Roll me. What's the average damage from the flamethrower?
1d8.
So average damage is 4?
4.
So it can do 4 damage on average every 6.
Yeah.
Every 6 seconds. So then the throne has, I'll tell you how many HP it's got. It has 80 HP. So it's 80 divided by 6.
20 rounds.
So 20 rounds times 6 seconds. It takes you 2 minutes. About 2 minutes of like direct flamethrowing continuously to crack the chair. And as you do so, the storm abates. And the rune of ice sort of melts off of the chair.
All right, wonderful. Now, I'll tell Merkin that we're going to go check on the kids.
And Toot will cough loudly and say, maybe we should at least take a rest first. Coughs up blood, dribbles down front.
Oh, it would have been a great time to take a rest.
Markin's already made his way out and around.
Yeah, it would have been a great time to take a rest while we had a magical storm of ice protecting us.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe so.
Might have been. Roll me insight really quick. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Ordella, who else went down to the room? Ordella, you walked down there briefly where he found the sword. Did anybody else walk around there, or was it just Leonard?
I think it's just me.
I thought Ordella walked by back there briefly. Was that not the case, Ordella?
I am in this bedroom with the
Yeah, you're back there.
barrels and stuff.
Yeah. Ordella's back there. Ordella, you see the same like hole in the ground. Roll insight.
Yeah, let me find it. There it is.
Yeah, Ordella. That's a big ass animal hole.
Like
Like a big thing.
Dune type.
Like a big thing. That's just the insight you have. Big animal.
I'll
Big
say
old
with,
animal.
With that score, and all I get is big animal.
About this time, Markin rounds the corner and goes, "They's here. I think they's live. I need help."
I'll go help.
Yep, same. Do.
Yep. And as you round the corner, you find an empty room. There are a couple of what looked like wolf beds that had been laid out in the corner as they had been guarding these cages. And there's a huge slatted animal cage with a locked gate attached to it by rusty hinges, standing against the wall of this chamber. Inside the cage are two humans wearing cold winter clothing. They are unconscious and seem to be barely breathing. There's a spindly girl and a pie-faced like boy. They look sort of kind of oddly misshapen a bit.
Are they within arm's reach of the outside of the cage?
No, the cage is pretty big
Mm.
and it's locked.
I'll try hitting the lock with my hammer.
Okay, make me an attack roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah, with that bludgeoning damage, you snap the lock off, pops off, and the cage swings open.
I have 3 points left of lay on hands if it would help them.
They do not seem to be conscious and are barely breathing, both of them.
Okay, I give them 1 point each of lay on hands for whatever.
They both cough, their eyes flutter and open, and the young girl sort of coughs a little bit and starts to shiver as they seem to have been exposed to the cold for quite a long time.
I'll move close.
They're definitely alive.
Radiating heat in a circle. Space heater robot.
Markin runs over and hugs both of them and looks back at you, Granite Guts, Toot, and Leonard, and goes, "Oh, thank the gods they's live. Thank you, Mr. Dwarf Man."
You are most welcome.
And it is now completely dark outside and bitterly cold outside of those that are clinging to Leonard as the two children are sort of shivering. Leonard, it's anyone within a 15-foot radius of you gets this benefit. So I think pretty much everybody could like huddle around the Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, we could go back into the big room and like camp out here.
And have some mammoth steak.
And Harkus, you have mammoth steaks that you have prepped up.
And while dinner's being prepared, I've cut the mammoth hide into sort of 7 different sort of wraps for everyone.
And as it looks like you all are preparing to hunker down, nearly barely alive in this icy tomb with the two children that are sort of barely clinging to life now, I think this is where we will leave it for tonight.
All right, so are we all reconvening in the throne room or in the dead whale room, or?
That's up to y'all. Where's everybody taking them?
I've got fire, food, and hides.
All right, so then that sounds like a.
I think we should go to the conference room, because there's only one entrance there. So if something does jump on us, it's easily defendable.
Oh, that's a good point.
And plus, we can eat on the table like civilized people.
All right,
Morgan,
conference room it is. Are our new friends joining us?
The little kobolds are anxious for mammoth steak. Syl and Finn, they both need to be sort of carried. But you're able to, amongst all of you, carry them over there.
Poor things.
And have you lit a fire? Or how are you lighting a fire? There is absolutely no wood or anything to burn. If you're trying to light a fire to cook mammoth, tell me how you're cooking it or what you're lighting.
Whale blubber.
I've actually got a tinderbox in my inventory.
Yes, but I guess you could maybe light whale blubber.
They use it in candles. It's gotta. Surely something is decaying enough to have fermented into something flammable at this point.
Okay, if you're gonna try to light whale blubber and just burn whale blubber here.
No, I'm gonna slather a little bit of one of the 45 hides I've collected at this point.
Okay.
With
whale blubber.
Some whale blubber to use as basically oil, and then sort of light it for a
I love this.
slow burning.
This is great. Roll survival. Take advantage on this roll. We're about to wrap this up. Yeah, you're able to get a little fire going on top of I think probably a cave bear hide. And as you're sort of got whale blubber soaked into a cave bear fur, it smells horrific. But it is enough to begin to start browning a little bit the mammoth meat. And as you guys are sort of hunkering down to try to survive the cold night, the terror of the realization of that animal hull creeps into Ordella's mind. And that's where we'll leave you guys.
Yay.
Yeah, that's only slightly unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
As we have given ourselves only one avenue of entry, but we also don't have any means of escape.
Indeed.
Love it. Love it.
Until next week.
And
To
if you
say
like-
your thing.
Yeah, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and slam that bell notification button.
Yeah, everybody hit like on the video. If any of you guys are our subscribers and actually watch these videos, this one ran really long, but give us a like. Good night, everybody. I hope you guys had a good time.
Night off.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Everybody.
Good night.